This computer terminal provides full access to the L-Cars computer net.
Hey guys, welcome to the L-Cars ADV Subspace channel. Well, today we're going to do a little video on the evolution of GPX parts quality and the changes they've made over the generations of the bikes. I have had the pleasure of owning 3 generations, starting with the 2019 TSE 250R, the 21 FSE 300R, and now the 21.5 FSE 250E. So we're going to go show the progress they've made over those 3 generations and the changes they've made. So let's get started. Engage. Let's start with the nuts and bolts. So the 2019s used this screws like these, and in this one in particular was to attach the shroud to the radiator guard. So all you had was a coarse thread Phillips screw here. And on the 21s, they changed it to a fine thread bolt. And then, impressively, the 21.5s, they went with a bolt with a cone washer there to go over the plastic. So I actually thought that was really cool to see, just the small little details like that, just in the nuts and bolts throughout the bike, improving. Well, while we're looking at our skid plate here, so this is a brand new skid plate for the FSE 250E here. Broke it in Pennsylvania going over some rocks, so did its job. So anyways, the 2019s had a 3-piece skid plate. It had like 2 pieces here to sandwich on the linkage there, and then it had another 2 pieces here to sandwich between the skid plate and the frame. It was a real kind of pain in the butt to get on and off, and it was kind of a wonky design. So really, so they upgraded to this, which is just a 1-piece, so it hooks on the linkage and then 1 bolt into the frame. And just a huge improvement on the skid plate. If you're wondering why the TSE is apart, I am getting some different plastics and doing some rewiring. So that is why that is apart. Anyways, on to the subframe. So the original bikes had this, plastic subframe here. And the newer bikes now went to a aluminum subframe. Now, I know some guys like the plastic subframes and because they're lighter and whatnot, but I think that GPX just wanted to, get some more strength out of subframe there. I know you're looking at my filter going, oh my gosh, L-Cars, change your filter. Yep, I'm on it. And speaking of wiring, the 2019 models, especially the TSE, were almost like a prototype is what I would consider. Now the quality was definitely there, but it was just, some parts were just kind of cobbled together, and, especially the wiring. That's what I wanted to go over. So the wiring on the 2019 models it was just cobbled together, the connectors, and the dual sporting it wasn't easy. You kind of had to do a lot of figuring and stuff, and wiring some stuff yourself to get it up to par for dual sporting and all that stuff. So, and then the newer bikes, they, of course I don't have any of the wires out to show you, but everything is plug and play, and the wires, the connectors everything is where they should be, and everything is clean and well put together for the electric. And that was a welcome upgrade, because, and the dual sporting is just plug and play, add the connectors, lights if you want, and everything's there where it should be. Quite an improvement on the electrical wiring on the bikes. I don't have the original plastics on this bike for the front there, but the original 2019 bikes had this kind of cobbled together front fender and piece of crap headlight design. It worked, but it didn't work very well. And so then they upgraded, got the perfect fender for the front there, LED headlight, and everything goes on there perfect. You got your straps on there, which is nice, and it's just how it should be. So that was a huge upgrade to see for the plastics. Now the 2019s and 21s had a Husqvarna style plastic, and the 21.5s and up now have a KTM style type plastic. So you're seeing some upgrades even in that. And I don't have the original on here to show you. I'm doing a poor job of showing you some of the original stuff, but the 2019 models had a lousy KTM style speedometer. It just barely worked, and most of the functions didn't. And yeah, it definitely needed to go. But then, when the 21s came out, they upgraded to this beautiful speedometer here. This is one of the best looking ones I've had on a motorcycle. So it's got all the functions on it, but just a really great upgrade, and that was huge. I have a smart carb on my 2019, but they used to come with a 26 millimeter carburetor, and then they upgraded to a, I believe it's a 34 millimeter carb now. So they're even upgraded the carburetors on the bikes for the TSE models anyways. Another great upgrade was the suspension. They used to have Fast Ace on the 2019 models, and they were really hard to get parts for, and GPX knew that. So they switched over to SCZ suspension, which is comparable to that. Great suspension. Both were really great. I mean, the Fast Ace was actually really good, but the SCZ is comparable to that, and that was definitely a welcome upgrade. A lot easier to work on, a lot easier to get parts for, and just really good suspension. The 2019 TSEs used to come with this double-walled hunk of junk pipe, heavy, and wow, I mean, it's heavy. But then they upgraded the actual pipe to a Generation 3, right there, and huge improvement on performance of the bike. And it was a very welcome change, but it's nice to see that even the pipe got upgraded. Also, the fuel tanks got upgraded too. The TSE used to come with the 1.6 gallon. Gary had a tank specially made to upgrade this to a 2.5 gallon. And then they even upgraded the 2.5 gallon to a better tank. You know, just cleaner, more polished looking, better fitment. Just more like a KTM style tank. So that was a welcome upgrade as well for the tank. So those are just some of the changes. I know there's more changes involved. I know that the fuel injection has been changed on some of the bikes. I know that they've made improvements in a lot of other areas, but I just wanted to show you guys, especially some of the newer people to the brand, that GPX has been making changes down from the nuts and bolts to major changes in the bike to make them better every model year. And it's just incredible to see the lengths they're going to make a quality bike. I wouldn't be buying these bikes if I thought the quality wasn't there. They're great. They take abuse and punishment, and the parts are just great quality. But I'm especially impressed by just even the nuts and bolts over the years have just gotten better. But I thought that would be helpful to some of the newer people, and I know there's more improvements on the way. So just, you know, GPX is a great company. They're looking to make a great product. I know Gary specs what he wants on the North American bikes, and he specs good parts, and that is great to see. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Live long and ride.